two-part video. I'm going to show you guys everything I did to swap out my headlights, fog lights, and side marker lights. It's a pretty simple process, but these few tips I figured out throughout it should help you out whenever you're going to something aftermarket, or even if you're just replacing with stock parts. I think this looks a lot better with all the clear lenses and LEDs I went with. So thanks for checking it out. Alright, so before we get started, just wanted to briefly show you what they look like from the factory. I know everybody's seen these F250s and knows what the headlights look like, but just for a little bit of comparison, before we put the clear lenses in and the LEDs, you can see the amber signal lights and corner reflectors. As well as the side view mirror lights. That's all going to be clear with a white LED. Going to be replacing the fog lights with a set of just new OEM ones that have a little bit less hazing and wear. This is a 7-year-old truck, and these are the original headlights. Haven't had any problems with them, but just want a little more clean appearance. The truck's already a two-tone truck, and having that amber and orange colors kind of clash with the two-tone color scheme. So we're just going to have everything be white up top and hopefully look a lot cleaner. So we'll get started with taking these out. Alright, the first step is going to be removing the grill so you can get to all the bolts for the headlights. And the grill, just for starters, there's 4 10mm bolts. See here, here, every few inches. It's pretty obvious which ones they are. And once you get those out, there's a few clips at the bottom of the grill. You have to pop out with a long screwdriver or something. I'll figure that out when I get to it. Alright, so once you've gotten all your bolts out on the top of the grill, and you're going to release the clips at the bottom, make sure you don't get the clips confused. At first you would think that it is these large clips here, but really that just holds the grill together. It's actually this small hole here that you're going to want to press, and once you have the right ones and you have something down there to press with, it's not too hard. You can just pull the grill out of the way. You can use a long screwdriver, or in this case I'm just using a long metal rod. Be careful not to damage the various cooling fans and fins on these radiator components here. You don't want to end up with a bigger problem than needing your headlights. Alright, so you can go ahead and remove the grill, set it aside. Just to show you, these clips here you're popping out are pretty obvious once you have the grill off, but make sure you don't get them confused with the clips that are right next to it. And you can see right where they clip into. On the truck. The next thing you're going to want to remove is the 4 10mm bolts on the headlight. You've got one here, here, underneath, right in there, and one on top. You can use a extension and socket and ratchet on this, but I'm just using a screwdriver with a socket fitting in it just because it's long and skinny enough to get where I'm going, and I don't need the extra torque of the ratchet because these aren't super tight because they're just screwed into plastic. once all 4 10mm bolts are removed from the headlight, you should be able to just give it a good tug and remove all the connections and get your headlight out of here and hook up the new one, pop it back in the same way. Here is the back of the new headlight. You can see it's just like the OEM part. This is a clear lens headlight, but still got the same hole for the turn signal, a little reflector light, and this is the new LED, but the regular headlight has the same connection. And you can see here's the connectors. Got the turn signal light, the reflector light, and the headlight. Before going any further, I like to go ahead and check that all the lights are working before you tighten down anything. Got a new white reflector light, turn signal light, and LED headlight with a clear lens OEM replacement. I've left the plastic wrap on the headlight just so when you're handling it, you can already see I've kind of got something on that. You can just peel that right off when everything's in and complete, and it'll be clean and brand new and ready to go. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the factory amber lights compared to the new LED headlights, turn signals, and reflector lights. I think it looks a lot better. It's simple. It's nothing too crazy, but a lot brighter, clearer, and cleaner. Now you can go ahead and tighten up the 4 bolts here, here, on top, and here's a better view of this one in there. Once you got those tight, move over to the other side, take this headlight out, and repeat the whole process. Once you have both headlights installed and working properly, I would recommend going ahead and checking the alignment of them, make sure they're level. Before you put the grill on, you can just shine them on a flat level wall, and you can obviously see if one's higher than the other, and it'll save you a little trouble if you do it without the grill. If you need to drive somewhere to go do it, it's not that big of a deal to take the grill on and off, but just make sure you're happy with them before you put it all back together and call it good. Then you can reinstall the grill. Just line up the middle clip on the bottom and make sure that the top bolt holes line up, and give it a good push on the bottom. They should all pop in first try, or you might just have to go through and press each part on the bottom where the clips are. Make sure everything is securely in place, and then go ahead and replace your 4 bolts and tighten those down, and you're good to go. After this, I'm going to be replacing the fog lights. Probably going to make that a separate video so it's not too lengthy. You can see how they're a little cloudy, so I'm going to go ahead and do a clear OEM replacement with those and some LEDs to match the headlights. Let's peel this off and see how it looks. Brand spanking new. Much cleaner look than the orange